Hey guys, Ruby here with Unorthodox Aquatics, and today I'm going to be talking about pest snails. So pest snails in a nutshell are snails that people usually don't want or try to get. And there are a few species that are most common in the pest snail world that people try to get rid of in a lot of cases. Let's check them out. So bladder snails are this teeny tiny little guy here. They do have a spiraled sinistral or left-handed shell. They don't have an operculum or a quote-unquote door, if you will. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good look on him, but my camera doesn't really want to focus. They cruise around the aquarium. They're air-breathing, and they can withstand many types of water conditions. They are algae eaters, and they also eat plants and decaying matter and such things like that. So they are invasive due to their breeding habits. They are hermaphroditic, so they do not need a partner to breathe. They can just reproduce on their own. Oh, focus, darn it. And these guys, they just breed super quickly, so that's the bladder snail in a nutshell. The next snail I want to talk about is the ram's horn snail. They are called this due to the spiral shape of their shell. These are more accepted in the aquarium community. Although they are pest snails, they come in a variety of beautiful colors. This nice chestnut color, and let me see if I can find some pinks or blues. Here is one here. You can see the spiral shaped shell. This is a pink, or sometimes they call them red. These guys come in two types of quote-unquote feet, and that's the fleshy part of the body, and those are either dark colored or pink or red colored. These, like I said, are more accepted than the bladder shells due to being more attractive in the brilliant coloration. These guys breathe air also, and some of mine have gotten up to the size of a dime, which is huge for a ram's horn snail. These guys are also hermaphroditic, which makes them considered a pest snail, so no breeding partner needed. And they lay their eggs in little jelly-like clutches of 10 to 12. And these guys also eat plant matter and aquarium detritus. These guys are good for algae too. Let me see if I can find a blue one. Here's a blue one here. So the blues he'll get more brilliant with age and size, but he's got the dark foot, as you can see. Here's some more, a little bit bigger ram's horns. You can see the red and the blue both in there. Last snail I want to talk about is the MTS, or Malaysian trumpet snail, and that's that cone-shaped guy right there on the decoration. These guys do have an operculum, or a door, to their shell, as they say. They get around an inch or so max, and they do tolerate brackish water, but they do prefer warmer water. They primarily eat algae and are not hermaphroditic, so they do need a partner to mate. However, they are considered invasive pest snails because they breed so quickly. So that's them. Let me see if I can find a better, like a bigger one. Okay, so there in the substrate there you can see a little bit bigger one. That's the brownish color with the spiral. And there's a couple blue mystery snails and a pink one hanging out with them too. There's a little baby one, a little lighter in color. So, ways you can get rid of these guys, also, certain fish eat these guys, but I wouldn't advise getting fish that are additional for your tank unless you have the correct size and water requirements for them. Puffers, loaches, cichlids, crayfish, they eat these guys, and also you can get a snail called an assassin snail, which looks similar to the MTS, but these guys hunt down and kill pest snails, other small snails like that. What you can also do to get rid of them is use a copper-based treatment, a copper sulfate solution, things like that. That will kill all the pest snails without harming fish. However, if you have other invertebrates, it will kill them also. Another drawback of the copper route is that if you want to keep other future inverts, it might not be a good idea if you've used copper in your aquarium, unless it's a rimless tank, because it can get into the silicone and leach and stay there for years. So that might be something to consider when considering the copper route. So these guys are also very food motivated, so you can make a snail trap and put vegetation in there, such as lettuce, cucumbers, zucchini, and these little guys will just flock to it, and you'll be able to either remove the vegetation or catch them in the trap. Well, there you have it, guys. That was 3 different types of pest snails that I talked about. The bladder snail, ram's horn, and Malaysian trumpet snail. Feel free to subscribe if you like. Ruby with Unorthodox Aquatics. And you guys have a great night. Bye. So, how do you get pest snails? Usually most of the time, these guys will hitchhike in on live plants that you get at pet stores. They also come in on like submerged wood that came from stores, or their egg cases that people miss when putting new plants in their water. And they're just missed due to their small size and the clear or quality of their egg cases. You can treat plants with light bleach or peroxide dips, which is pretty easy. You can find instructions online for that.